My name is Kufu Nduati. I am an entrepreneur. I sell hair. I deal with human hair, wigs, weaves, accessories, oils, and everything beauty. Yeah, where it concerns to a woman in terms of their hair. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm here today because I got to know that there's going to be business mentors and people who are going to talk about struggles and their stories in business and what they're going through, and especially women. And I really am curious to find out who are these people and what are their stories, and can I share my stories with them, and can I have a business mentor while at it? Yeah. I really think it's a bright idea to have young women who are startups in business or are in careers and are really struggling in this whole maze, trying to find their way out and don't have anybody to really talk to about their struggles. I really think this is brilliant. For them to come together and talk about it and feel, oof, I'm not the only one. There are other people and we can get through this and we can be big because we all want to make it. Yeah.
When you say human hair, that's what you sell, right? So when you say human hair, who would you be competing with? And then if you had to do what you call placement count, like where can I find you physically? When I say find you, I mean your product. I go in and I say Kufu human hair is right here, and I can buy it from there. So
yeah, well, in terms of finding me, I have a physical location. I have a small parlor that I just started. Okay, fine. I was initially doing online. I took a risk and traveled to China to go and find out. Because at first I was doing with the wholesalers, and then I was like, I became curious. Where are the wholesalers getting their shoes from? So I took a risk with my little money from my salary. And so I traveled, I started my own business with shoes. It was doing so well. Then I got pregnant. It was a difficult pregnancy. I had a physical location. It had to close down because I was in bed most of the time because of the pregnancy. And, after the babies came and everything, I went back into business, but now I was selling hair extensions, which is what I was doing while I was selling shoes and hair. Then after that, I did it online because I wanted to be super mom and stay with my kids at home for a while. And then there was need to have a location where you can do fittings and all that. So I opened up a location very recently, actually.
So how did that need become characteristic? Like, how did you know there's a need to have a physical location?
Yeah, because clients would come to my personal space, for fittings and everything, and it did not look professional, and some were not comfortable with it. So there was a need, now informed, to open up a physical location.
Not a business need, but a personal need. Because
it's a business need, really.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was informed by the clients.
Okay.
Being uncomfortable.
Oh, it's not you who's uncomfortable, it's a client.
Well, both of us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I have tried to establish myself on social media, which is what I'm still trying to work on, and grow the numbers. I'm still not at the level where the big fish are, but I'm going towards that. And I feel like my marketing skills could be sharpened, but they're not bad. Yeah. But my problem is, or where I want to really get is, I want people to think of me when they think of hair.
Okay. So
the mental availability.
One piece of human hair is sufficient to cover your, not mine, but your yours.
Yeah.
Roughly how much?
It could cost from anything from 20,000 to 80,000 or 100,000. Yeah.
Okay. So how many people roughly do you think can afford hair worth 20,000 to 100,000 roughly?
Maybe 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10.
Once you buy it once, how many times do you wear it? Like, when do you need the next?
Well, if you need a different style, yeah, you come for one.
The ones who have human hair, how often do you buy? Like, is it once a quarter, once a month, once every year? And the reason why I'm asking these questions is because there is a factor of, even before you go to mental availability and physical availability, there is a factor of a business model and a design that needs to have happened before you now say, okay, I want to build my brand? How did you decide that it should be human hair costing 20,000 to 100,000? Why am I asking that question? Because that eventually will advise the basis of your brand building. Should you, for instance, be physically available or mentally available, or both? Is it a profile? Now, you have a 20,000 shillings weave. The next weave I buy after today will be next year. That means you have to have a constant customer lead acquisition strategy to generate enough numbers, to sell enough number of pieces to meet your costs. If you run a model that is a physical availability model. And one of the biggest challenge that happens in your business or faces business like yours is actually the fact that the moment you make that one sale, the repeat customer will come after such a very long time. So you are constantly or perpetually trying to cultivate a new sale and another new sale and another new sale. Now, if your cost structure does not factor that, then it is likely that your business is going to be having a very rough time, and cost structure has a direct correlation with your physical availability model, because physical availability, we're talking about distribution. Basically, you have to be in number of places where people who can buy that weave or that human hair, can access it. Now, if you have one door, then you limit by proximity. If that shop is in town, there are people in Money who will never go to town. If that shop is in Galleria, there are people west of Nairobi who will never go to that side of Nairobi. So the question is to figure out a model that works, that guarantees you or guarantees access to the product without any OPEX or without increasing the cost of access. So that 10% must be somewhere. How do you get to them? Physical availability question. Now, mental availability question. Do you need to spend money, say, on a television ad to broadcast to 2 million women where only 1,000 is your captive market? You understand? So that then tells you need to look further into defining your digital targeting, so that then you are able to say to a cent that if I spend this number of dollars to promote a post or to do this and this, then I will get straight to that 2,000 people. So that then efficiency of your money is something you're also looking at, because ultimately you're trying to not just make money, you're also making sure that whatever money you've put in the business, you're not losing it.
I just want to touch a bit on, now this is in general, on because you said you want to gain more followers. So followers and influence are not the same thing. You can have 500 followers but have a really good influence, which then does a domino effect. So the people who are following you actually follow through with, say you have a call to action, take a picture in the wig I made for you. They have now followers that also follow through with their call of action. That's a domino effect, and that's what causes influence. Where you can have a profile with 100,000 followers, but no one's really that's the word. Transacting. They're just followers. They're just watching, basically. And in your case, I think numbers would actually help as well, because when someone wears a wig, is a long time till they buy another one. So maybe what you need to think about is what kind of niche you're looking for. So say your niche is women on TV. Maybe talk to those companies, Citizens, NTV, see how you can create a sponsorship where you work together with them, and then expand that as well. So if you have someone who goes to Uganda frequently, you don't actually have to physically go, but you have the person who can connect you now with people in Uganda, Rwanda, around East Africa. So that's how you create your brand and your niche and the influence, and it'll bring in money.
What we're trying to work is your value chain, right? So because you order from outside, you suffer the disadvantage of quantities. So your money becomes tied up in the order. That's the truth. So your capital sits in your house with you. And to extract your capital has this fitting process over here. So you have this, say, let's say wherever you are, so country X, right? Is there a competitive advantage you have, pricing wise or quality wise, because you order from these guys? What I'm trying to ask is this: is human hair human hair?
Yeah, it
human
is
hair
actually human hair. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying human hair is human hair.
Human hair
So
is
whether you
human
order
hair.
from this guy or Timbuktu over here,
Yeah.
there's no difference.
Well, there is difference. Quality is what makes you give a premium and also brings back clients. Yeah.
Niche and quality.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Yours is a niche and quality. What we need to figure out is what niche and quality you are selling. What is this that you're selling? And when you get that, you'll know where the brand is going. Can you find a way to trick this whole system and play with your margins? Because you have to move this stock. You're sitting on dynamite. This is poison. Let me tell you, stock, if you ask this too, they'll tell you, fear that thing, dead stock. So you find a way to say free fitting. It's not actually free. It's just that I've absorbed the cost of fitting upwards. I've hidden it. But then you have to have a niche. If it's either your quality, your price, your speed. I feel when ladies buy this human hair, they kind of get stuck with it. Is it true? What do you do with it?
Well, you wear it.
So
What
you
do you
finished with it. So you guys change hair 2 times a day. So you finished with it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Mm.
What if Kufu's was the people who could take your hair and reformat it and refurbish it? Do you get it? So suddenly every girl in this room is your customer. Or find another way to make money from you. Another ways you could do to somebody who is in China and say, look, I can help you because your nature of your business, it's central to one physical location. I can help you set up other Kufu. Take off Kufu as the proof of concept. Then you tell them, I can help you set up a Kufu hair with your hair in Mombasa, in Nakuru, in Kampala. It's the same model. It's just now you look for somebody else to buy into that franchise. Do you get it? Because you have a relationship. You're not telling you to throw it away. But keeping stock is like a very, very dangerous thing. You really need to run away from that. You need to sell that thing quickly and break even. Break even. Have a fire sale. Have a fire sale. Have an internet promotion. Something. Get that money in the bank. You would rather buy from other people, fit it your way, and sell it. That's easier because if no one buys. Making sense to you? Be very afraid of stock.
Sometimes it's good to be bold and everything, but also please don't misunderstand boldness and naivety. Yeah? Because you burn good money. Okay? And it's not just that. Once you get into the business, what people seem to do is very quickly think that the first beginner's luck is the real business representation. Don't confuse glamour with success. Yeah, don't confuse it. Those are two different. One is about image, the other one is about competence or substance. Don't confuse those two. Being trending or being top 40 and forever or being that's not success. That's just recognition. And it should come when your substance has earned it. You must earn that. If you actually want to get that recognition, but you haven't got the substance, the easiest, most natural thing to happen is you will disintegrate publicly. So please note, it is. I know. I say this maybe because of my generational positioning. I also think that maybe you could learn from this previous generation one thing: being quiet, working out your business, making sure it is at the perfect and the right sense, the right place. Then you can make noise. When I say make noise, I mean that unnecessary noise. Right? Build substance first. Once you have substance, then you will be able to support whatever claims you make out in the public. Think critically about these things. Look at the sector, look at who's playing in it, understand the tax regime of that sector, then enter the right way.